What impact does Cowboy Carter have on the visibility of black country artists in the genre? Let's get into it. All right, so to start, let's get into it with a little bit of a data point here. So, according to a report done by Mediabase, 98% of artists played on country music radio between 2002 and 2020 were white, with the rest of that percentage really being people of color, including black country music artists. So, that in itself is a really stark data point, right? Showing the lack of diversity in the genre. And I think Beyonce and Cowboy Carter recognized from her own experience, but also just the current status of the genre, that something needed to change.
Right you are, Arturo. The fact that 98% of artists played on country music radio were white during that time. Frame is definitely a striking statistic, highlighting the severe lack of diversity and representation in the genre. It's clear that Beyonce recognized this issue and saw the importance of addressing it with her album Cowboy Carter. Not only did she draw from her own experiences as a black artist, but she also paid tribute to the rich history of black country music that has often been overlooked. By making a point to feature and collaborate with black country artists on Cowboy Carter, Beyonce is helping to shift the narrative and create a more inclusive and diverse landscape in the world of country music.
Exactly, because it wasn't just about sending a statement that, we just need more black country music artists in the genre. It was also just to say that, like, hey, these black country music artists that are producing music today are producing amazing music that is evolving and making the genre even better, right? And in this album herself, she is really changing the dynamics of what country music can be, and is really demonstrating that, hey, if you welcome more diversity into this genre, this genre is going to get better. But let's maybe talk a little bit about who is on this album.
Precisely, Arturo. Beyonce's message goes beyond simply advocating for increased representation of black artists in country music. She's also showcasing the immense talent and innovation that black country musicians bring to the table. By collaborating with these artists and incorporating their unique sounds and perspectives into Cowboy Carter, Beyonce is demonstrating that embracing diversity doesn't just benefit the artists themselves, it also enriches and strengthens the genre as a whole. And let's not forget the way Beyonce has pushed the boundaries of country music with Cowboy Carter. By infusing elements of pop, hip-hop, trap, funk, and soul into her country sound, she's created a fresh and dynamic musical experience that challenges the traditional notion of what country music can be.
Exactly. So maybe, Pi, let's maybe give a little bit of an overview of what black country artists were featured on the album, and maybe let us know a little bit about what has been the impact of being featured on the album for those artists as well.
Absolutely. Arturo, the black country artists featured on Cowboy Carter, include Brittany Spencer, Shabuzi, Tanner Adele, Raina Roberts, Willie Jones, and Tierra Kennedy. According to a report from The Hollywood Reporter, all of these artists saw an increase in first-time listeners and catalogue listeners on Spotify after being featured on the album. This demonstrates that Beyonce's choice to spotlight these musicians has had a tangible impact on their visibility and popularity, helping to introduce their music to a wider audience and garnering well-deserved attention for their talent and hard work.
Yeah, exactly. And I am so excited to continue to listen to these artists. I was also a first-time listener of these artists after hearing them on Beyonce's album. So I'm excited to continue to dig into them, really experience all of the music that they're bringing to the table. But we're going to continue digging into the rest of Beyonce's album on the next series of episodes. But until then, remember to keep your thoughts deep and your minds open, and remember to tune in next time.